is this? Tabletop Island, huh? Let's see what this is all about.
Welcome to Tabletop Island. I'm Bernardo, your host, and today we're going to be talking about campaign-based games. And I'm going to be honest with you from the jump, I don't like them. And that's going to be shocking to a lot of you because I'm a board game collector and big fan of playing them, but campaign games are probably one of the more essential board games just as a category in itself because they're the most funded. Now, one thing I dislike games that cost $200+ that come with all this stuff and the game says 40 hours of play. That sounds great to you guys? People brag about 40 hours of play. 40 hours of play is a week of work. So that sounds like a lot, but it's not. Like, not even a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. For $200+, we're talking maybe even like $300 to have like all this crazy stuff on your board. And I love crazy stuff. Don't get me wrong. I would pay a good price for a game that comes with a lot of awesome stuff, but has, I don't even want to say fixated story. I feel like all this flavor text and all this D&D style stuff is so popular in its own. Why can't that be its own thing? Why do we have so many games that come out with this campaign story because these people want to show that they're great writers? And I get that. I find it amazing, some of these stories, which upsets me when I find out they're campaign based because I don't like games that follow the same outcome every single time. And don't argue with me saying that you get to make different decisions each time. You can play a different character. That's not a different game because you have the beginning, middle, and end that follows the same arcing story and you're following and fighting the same monster. The same problem is going to remain the same and it's going to remain in the same spot, and that upsets me. I don't know why. Maybe, is it really just me? Am I the only one that gets that? I like games that can completely change every time you play it. A good example, we're moving into Halloween, so Betrayal House on the Hill. You get a different outcome. The person who begins the haunt, an entirely different haunt happens. It could be someone that turns invisible, someone turns into a giant cat, and you're a little person who has to get into a plane and fly your way out and escape before the cat comes to get you. Stuff like that. That's outrageous. You're following a haunted house and these crazy outcomes keep happening. While you're getting items and stuff, they're new items. They're not always the same items. And different things trigger with the house. The house looks different every single time. It's tile based. That's amazing. But then you got games like GloomHaven. That's an example. That's a game everyone loves, and I think it's a fantastic looking game. I think the story is unique, but it's campaign based, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm not completely shutting out campaign games. I'm really trying here, but I don't understand the likability, and I don't like that people are taking all of these ideas that are exactly the same and not just creating a game that has a lot of replayability as just its own game, not just some campaign that ends like a legacy game. I cross off the board, I rip up these cards, and guess what? When that story ends, it's over. You're done. Oh, but Bernardo, we have these dry erase ones and these stickers we can attach. We can just peel them off and play again, different characters. It's great. No, that's not how it should be. Why? Why couldn't it just be a simple game that just has a beginning, middle, end, and each time it's completely different every time? I like that. Simplistic, and it worked for a lot of games. The new Power Rangers game, Heroes of the Grid, does exactly that also, and I like that. I'm a huge fan. I mean, that's not the greatest example, but it's the more new one that people will understand a little bit, especially because I talked about it a little bit already. But what are your thoughts on campaign-based games? Is it something that you truly love? Why? What draws you to these games? Is it because you were a D&D fan at the time? Is it because Hero Quest inspired you when you were a kid? Or maybe your parents played it as when they were kids and then they passed it down to you and that became something that was more traditional, something that has more nostalgia to it. Is that what linked you to that idea of a campaign-based game? Is it because you want to play D&D but you don't want to buy a million minis, so this creates this board already for you? What is your reasoning for liking campaign-based games? I want to hear them. I want to like them, and I'm not completely giving up on them. I'm going to let you know that now. I'm a board game collector and a huge fan of playing board games. I'm going to do whatever I can to enjoy every style of game. even if that means I gotta go through a bunch to get there, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've already played some of the best and I'm not a fan. I don't like GloomHaven. I know people are gonna be like, oh, this terrible person. But I tried to. I tried. I watched a million playthroughs and I really wanted to like it. And then I dove in, took a little bit of a glance into the game, and it just wasn't for me. Something about that campaign-based game, I can't get around it. And I'm really trying, guys. But that is honestly all I have for you guys today. I wanted to leave a little bit more of a discussion here. I want to hear your thoughts. I know on Twitter it's a little bit more popular, so you guys are the ones I'm really talking to. But anybody that wants to reply, let me know. Campaign-based games, why? That is all I have for you guys today. Again, if you want notifications, there is a bell up there somewhere. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate any feedback. I'm trying to make these videos more and more outrageous, and with your help, I have been doing so I do appreciate it. Monday, regular board game reviews. Wednesday, weekly updates/talks. And then on Friday is my vintage board game reviews. That is all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys next time.